All right, what is going on, everyone? Hope you all are having a great Saturday. We got the Atlanta Regional here, Georgia Tech, Oklahoma. They played against UIC and won, but that was during the week at noon or something. So we weren't able to stream that. See King Season in here, says yo. Cody After Hours, always good to see Coffee Killer. Michael Butler says go Jackets. Goose says yo, who I believe is an LSU guy. Goose, go check out Section 103. We've done sponsorships with them in the past. It's a Georgia Tech grad that does it, but they've branched out. They have some pretty cool apparel, and I believe they have LSU apparel now. Virginia Tech up 5-3 versus UCLA, top of the ninth. Wow. You know, me and Papa Rec were talking about that, and I think the Big Ten only has like 4 teams in or something. It's the SEC, I think, with 12, the ACC with 9. And if you're playing like a conference schedule in UCLA, like how much has UCA really been pushed this year, I guess, would be my point. And we might be finding that out now. Now, I also want to say, and we'll probably talk about this a few different times throughout this stream, is I actually just set up a new merch store at Fourth Wall. So they actually reached out to me, the people that own Fourth Wall. I forget the other thing we were using, but there were massive supply chain issues, and basically these guys broke off to do their own thing. So you can go to rec-talk-shop.fourthwall.com. It's linked in the description as well. You can get your own cool WreckTalk merch, shirts, hats, etc. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. Let's see what you're going to say. Uncle Junior, Mr. Burns says, go Jackets, hell with Georgia. Beat Oklahoma. Would it not be wonderful if we had a final game with 2 SEC teams? That's right. Fourth Wall is much better. Yeah. And I don't know why they reached out to me, said, hey, are you interested in doing stuff with us? I actually had almost an hour, I want to say, Zoom call with those guys. And that happened right around the time of my apartment fire. So I've just now gotten around to setting that up. So again, if you like what you see, any merch you buy helps the channel. So yeah. Grew up a Sooner and go to Georgia Tech. Mom and dad are fighting. Wow. Mooly Man. Is that an appropriate name? I'm not sure. Remember, winning ain't free. Yeah. As always. All right, we got McKee pitching here from Kennesaw. By the way, I went to Kennesaw Mountain Battle Park today with my daughter. And if you live in Cobb County, that's a really cool place to go, especially if you're kind of like me and Papa Rec are big Civil War buffs. That was toward the end of Sherman's march to Atlanta and then finally breaking away to Savannah. A lot of cool stuff over there. Gonna make a coffee cup. I don't know if they have coffee cups. So first pitch a ball here, top of the first, into the dirt. Yeah, if they, I don't know if they have coffee cups. If Fourth Wall has coffee cups, we'll do a coffee cup. I'm a Tech fan living in Norman. All right, Mr. Andrew there. Goes to bunt. Will pull back for strike one. So 1-1 count here. They still got the cannon on the top. They do, right in front of the visitor center. I actually bought a year pass today, and then you go swap it for a permanent pass. Another pitch in the dirt, make it, 2-1? I did a 5K up Kennesaw Mountain in high school. View was incredible. Dude, I'll tell you, Mini Rec wasn't a fan of going up that mountain. In fact, we didn't get far up before she started stomping her feet and saying, hey, this is bullshit. Another ball to bring up a hitter's count here, 3-1. What is going on here? Why am I getting no data on my analytics? There we go. So we'll walk the first batter. Not a good start here. We'll walk the first batter on what? 5 pitches? Got a whole shot made up myself. Now got to go watch you watch baseball. Yeah, watch me watch some baseball, guys. All right, runner on first here after walking the first batter. Top of the first. Maybe we can let's get a double play ball here. I'll take that. Oh, and a pass ball will advance the runner to second. What are we doing, guys? We're not starting worth a flip here in this one. Do I have a stream? I don't know what you're asking me. Are you asking me to show the game? Because no. Yeah, I'm watching the game. Another bunt gets down. That'll run the mover. That will move the runner to third. With one out, we'll take the sure out there at first. A link. Well, dude, if you want to pirate, then there's many. It's not hard to find out where those streams are. In fact, I get it because this is on ESPN Plus. Luckily, I have Xfinity, so you get ESPN Plus with that. But yeah, it's not like on. Okay, NerdStop says Google is free. You can't find one. Well, I'm not getting my channel in trouble by providing that for you. All right, first pitch strike here. Runner on third, one out. UCLA's about to get eliminated by Virginia Tech. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I mean, them being ranked number one all year, the Big Ten is super soft in baseball. How good were they really? Evidently not very. All right, second pitch strike here. Who did Oklahoma beat? I've got a Disney Plus bundle and Hulu, ESPN Ultimate, so got it rather than hang with my boys here. Gotcha. Big swing for strike two there. Okay, they beat the Citadel. That's right. So 1-2 count here, top of the first, runner on third. Big swing for strike three. This guy was trying to hit this thing all the way to wreck in Kennesaw, I guess. I mean, those were two huge cuts that he whiffed on, but we'll take it for 2 outs. Maybe we can get out of this. We can get out of this inning with Oklahoma stranding a runner on third. What's going on, Atypical Gump? Atypical Gump, have you heard what, I mean, this is football talk, Mbakwe was saying, first pitch strike, by the way. Is it Jalen Mbakwe, a cornerback or defensive back that transferred from Alabama to Tech, basically said that Kalen DeBoer's practices were soft and that Brent Key his practices were much more in line with what he saw under Saban. So I'd be interested to know what you think about that. I mean, obviously I have no way of knowing. Foul ball for strike two. All right, UCLA tied. Thoughts on Ruffino and Joe? I feel like they are unbearable. Actually, so I don't know which one's which. The young skinny kid, he's kind of I can't really take him. The other guy's okay to me though. I guess that's Joe. The other guy's okay. I think he's been on with Bryce Coon. Ruffino and Joe, I reacted to one of their things way back when they said Brent Key was a lazy hire. Another strike three. Struck him out. Struggled, walked the first batter, and then struck out 2 in a row to strand a runner on third. A typical Gump says, I have no reason to, I think you meant to doubt the kid. Let's go. All right. So we get out of the top of the first, stranding a runner on third for Oklahoma. Let's get these bats heated up for Tech. I'm trying to put a name with a face on those two. I mean, just search them. Yeah, Ruffino and Joe are so annoying. They used to hate on Key so much. Yeah, and honestly, when we were playing before we opened up with Colorado, I'm pretty sure Harry Potter's mentally deficient cousin, whatever his name is, he was saying that he thought Colorado had a good chance of running us, which anyone who knows anything about college football knew that was unlikely. I mean, hell, we spotted them 3 straight turnovers to start that game and still won on the road. I mean, Colorado's an absolute dumpster fire, disaster of a program. Deion Sanders is just there. He's present, and that's about it. And the thing that they were saying was so great about having Deion, they don't even have anymore. Like, who's talking about Colorado football right now? All right, Janice Paul just subscribed. Appreciate you for subscribing, sir. But who cares about Colorado right now? Nobody. So the thing that they said was so great about them, they don't even have anymore. All right. When Key got Haynes King, both of them went on a rant about how trash King is, and if he was going to start for us, we'd win 3 games. That's the thing I hate about those guys is they will come out with those takes, and then they'll never – oh, they got a true freshman pitching here, 5'10", 186 from Las Vegas. Like, they'll never admit they're wrong. Like, I've done entire videos eating crow and saying I was wrong. One of them was about Deion, actually. Boomer. If I'm a boomer, then I don't know what's going on. Be careful saying that, by the way. It wasn't it was when around the time I had first started the channel and first started doing live streams that it was actually, I tell you, it was the first Touchdown Tim article. Oh, boomer sooner. Still, though. First Touchdown Tim article we read, and C-Dog said that he types like a boomer. And I got like a 5-page essay of an email from someone saying I was ageist and I needed to apologize and a bunch of crazy shit. All right, first pitch, tad high there, high fastball. Yeah, I missed that he was doing boomer sooner. Good to have you in here, TTMM1188. You like doubles, don't you? It's like whatever you're doing, you need 2 of. TTMM1188. Inside there for another ball. Buzz being an absolute troll. Joe DeLone has a supremely punchable face. Is that the younger cat? Big swing and a miss there. Fastball right down the pipe. Be 2-1 now. What's your prediction for the game? I predict that we put up more runs than them. Strike. It should be strike 2, shouldn't it? Should be 2-2 unless I miss something. Maybe I'm an idiot, though. All right, 2-1. No, I'm wrong. Another big swing and a miss. This kid's bringing some heat here from Oklahoma. He's throwing 97 on us. Did FSU get eliminated? Not sure. It's so funny that we still have someone using the KQ middle finger as their PFP. Honestly, and I'm not even trying to troll, I kind of forgot about Kelly Quinlan. He's not really on my radar these days. It was 2-2. They're just trash at keeping the count. Okay. All right, low ball 1, 97-mile-an-hour fastball to Drew Burris from Houston County, Georgia. 1-0 count. Ooh, did he hit him with his bat there, or did he miss the ball and the ball knocked the catcher's mask off? Swings through it for strike 1. Drew Burris passed Jason Varitek in the all-time home runs leader for Georgia Tech. FSU's in a weather delay. Okay. Gotcha. All right, 1-1 count here to Burris. 1 out, bottom of the first. High fastball, able to lay off that. 2-1. Sup, WreckTalk? I'm at the Georgia baseball game right now. Yeah, you were in here last stream, right? Good to see you. All right, breaking ball high and in, same spot there. Brings us to the hitter's count for the dangerous Drew Burris here. You would think he's going to be swinging through his shoes here if he gets a good pitch. Walked him. So walks Burris with 1 out. So we got a runner on first, 1 out, bottom of the first here for Tech. Burris has protection via Lackey. No one wants to pitch to him. The thing is, Lackey's a menace himself. I mean, is Lackey going to go higher in the draft? I think he is, right? Yeah, if you want to walk him to get the Lackey. All right, first pitch strike, fastball. We need payback from the 1994 championship game, says Captain KJ. Lackey is the third, so he's supposed to go third overall. Okay. Boy, both teams here swinging hard through some balls. 0-2 count quickly here. Just put one in play, buddy. Just put one in play. Let's get runners on first and second for Lackey to come up. All right, so Virginia Tech blew their lead versus UCLA. Gotcha. Okay. Popped them up. Does get under it for the catch there, but he took a weird little line to get there. I thought that might drop. So 2 outs. Von Lackey from Swanee, Georgia up. How about we just dick slap this thing right over the fence there? Come on. How about that? Because you know Vaughn's got a big one. You know he does. First swing fouled off. Do you think Georgia Tech football has a chance to beat UGA this year? Yeah, I do. They have a chance every year. Every team who plays another team has a chance to beat them. It's pretty much how that works. Pitch in the dirt there brings the count 1-1. I heard Lackey doesn't even need a bat. He just punches the ball for a home run. Yeah. Dang, where his home run landed all the way on the football practice field the other day. Wow. Looping curveball in there for strike 2. All right. Burris to Braves at 13. Okay. That'd be cool. Crossed him up inside there, popped up all the way to the net for the 3rd out. UCLA about to score to win. Okay. All right, so both teams get runners on. Both teams strand them going into the 2nd inning. Now, we talked about it at the top of the show, and we'll talk about it again. If you don't know, your old boy WreckTalk is teamed up with the guys at Fourth Wall. So if you want some new WreckTalk merch that you're not going to have to wait 6 months to get. In fact, I just ordered every item on here. It's supposed to be here a week from now. Go to rec-talk-shop. fourthwall.com. The link is in the description. In fact, I will put it in the chat as well and pin that. If you're so inclined. Drew's on base streak is at 22 games. How about that? Burris is protected to Braves? Projected, right? He's projected to go to the Braves. That would be cool to have, an all-time great tech guy go to the Braves. I'm down for that. You need that retro tee. How much is the retro tee? Retro tee is $25.99. Hats $24.99, and the logo shirt's $19.99. When was the last time we drafted a tech man? I don't know. Has Tech ever drafted a tech guy in the first round? Or have the Braves done that? I don't know. I can promise you Drew Burris isn't falling to the 9th pick as much as I'd love it. Well, let's just look at who has the first few picks in this year's draft. What would that be? The 2027 draft? Or would that still be 2026 MLB draft? I guess it's 2026. ESPN has a mock draft. Von Lackey to the Twins. They got Drew Burris going to the Braves at 9th. I'm missing baseball here. It's 2-0. 2-0 in the count already. Anyway. Ball hit right to the first baseman for out 1 there, top of the second. All-Star week is when the draft is. Okay, yeah, I'm not a huge baseball guy, so there's some things I just don't know. In fact, this might come as a surprise to people. There's a lot of things your boy old Wreck doesn't know. Twins getting Joe Mauer. King Season has become a member. I'd have an aneurysm if we draft Burris, but I don't think he goes before then with how he's picked up his play recently. We will have to see. Where are y'all watching? Not seeing? It's not on YouTube TV. It's on ESPN Plus. So if you have like Disney Plus, Xfinity, Hulu, you can watch this game. It's included with that, but it's a big pain in the ass to log in, to be honest with you. Ball 3 now. 3-0. 3-0 count. Walked him. All right, 1 out. Walked him. Do you think Georgia Tech looks like the best team in the country right now? I mean, honestly, I haven't watched enough baseball to definitively say that. I think you probably can't make a sensible argument without saying they're one of the top 3 best teams in baseball. All right, fouled off for strike 1. You'll answer for Reg, yes. Yeah, I mean, if I watched more baseball, I would have a confident opinion there. I just don't. UCLA just walked off Virginia Tech, so they'll survive. Another pitch fouled off for strike 2. 1 out, runner on first, top of the second. We have the best offense. That's probably true. We've scored more runs than any other team. I think Georgia actually leads in home runs, though. but Tech scored more runs than anyone else. Fouled off again to stay alive at 0-2. Rest in peace, Bob Homer, another Atlanta Brave icon, will be missed. Man, we lose Ted Turner, Bob Homer, dropping like flies. Throw back to first, be safe. Keep them honest. We have the best offense in college baseball, whatever that is, era history. By the way, struck him out there on a nice pitch. That'll bring up 2 outs. Still the runner on first, bottom of the second. Last 16 years, so arguably the best offense in college history. Why is no one streaming the Georgia Tech game? Do we have to go through this every single time? You're welcome to capture the stream and create your own YouTube channel and then get it Instaban. Ball 1. Outside there for ball 1. Now, if you're talking about why can't I watch it, it's because it's on ESPN Plus, which is a massive pain in the ass. So I am sympathetic to you there. All right, 1-0 count. But another big swing for strike 2. Was that a slider? 1-1 or no? Not strike 2. It's 1-1. One count. Runner on first. 2 outs. Top of the second. Did he go? It looked like he did. No? They're not going to say he went on that? No, they will. It'll be 1-2. All right, 1-2 count. See if we can get out of the inning here. Unblemished. Pretty good pitch there on a 1-2 count. He'll take it for ball 2. How did Georgia fare today? I'm assuming they're winning. Why does this guy that's batting look like Shane Gillis, by the way? Anyone else thinks this guy batting for Oklahoma looks like Shane Gillis? 31 months. Where'd the time go? Gotta love Coffee Killer, now Coffee After Hours. Working on 3 years of WreckTalk membership. Big swing and a miss on a, looked like a slider in the dirt there to get us out of the inning. My favorite way to pitch in this situation would be to throw up, then slider to make him chase. UJ up 5-2 in the top of the 7th. Okay. Tater's gonna tater. Oh, me. Well, so we're still tied going in the bottom of the second here. We need to get some runs on the board, though, boys. We need to get some runs on the board. By the way, exciting news. I mean, I'm late to the party on it, but what is it? 7 p.m. kick Thursday night with Colorado, and then I think or is it an 8 p.m. kick? Either way, both Tennessee and Colorado are going to be night games, and that's going to be fire. If you don't know, Squidtard, who's doing great things on YouTube right now, also made a lot of the graphics for the channel back in the day, is coming down to Casa de Rec, Tennessee fan, so we'll be going to that game together, and I'm hoping I can get him so drunk that he misses everything. That would be my goal. Appreciate it. Member for 21 months. Goldfella X says, can't believe I've been a member for almost 2 years at this point. Yeah, and you've stuck through it for for some time because I have not been super consistent with uploading members content. So I do appreciate that from the both of you. Family time. Peace out. See you, SEC referee glaucoma awareness, or glaucoma as you've spelled it. Squid Tart has great videos. Him and Red's weekly show is my favorite. Yeah, Squid Tart's doing good things. He's doing great things, actually. All right. Ryan Zuckerman up. And did that hit him in the head or did it get behind him? He just threw a fastball right behind old Zuck's helmet there. Nerd Stop now member again. Good to see it. Did that not hit him in the helmet? I guess not, because he's not making a fuss. Man, both teams, big cuts, big misses here. Yeah, he just barely got out of the way of that first pitch they're showing again. Ole Miss and Nebraska first pitch coming up. All right. Another big swing and a miss there for strike 2. All right. Went right behind. Okay. All right, let's stay alive. Choke up on that bat and just put this ball in play. Get on first here. You ain't got to hit a home run every time, boys. 97 mile an hour right down the heart of the plate for strike 3. Big swing and a miss again. Can't wait for the ACC show with Petersworth and C. Doggery. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be coming back soon. Talked to C. Dog the other day. He's doing well. And I've been talking to Pete a good bit. All right, 1 out, bottom of the first here. See if we can at least get our bats on a ball here. We've struggled with that. Alex Hernandez. 0-1 count here. Breaking ball low and outside there. Brings the count 1-1. How's C-Dog Jr. doing well as far as I can tell? From everything I've heard, he's doing well. Oh, boy, he got a call there. That ball looked low inside. Really good framing by the catcher for Oklahoma there. That'll bring the count 1-2. Hernandez had 3 homers versus UIC. All right, 1-2 count. See if we can stay alive here. Can we get a base runner? Another big swing and a miss. How many has he struck out at this point? Big swing and a miss for strike 3 and 2 outs in the bottom of the second. I mean, he's just throwing these balls by guys. 3 strikeouts already in the bottom of the second. And this guy's a true freshman. This guy pitching for Oklahoma is a true freshman. Pretty good curveball there to start the count 0-1. Kent Smith, Marietta, Georgia. Damn, is there anyone who's not batting above 300 for Tech right now? Fastball outside for ball 1. That'll bring the count 1-1. Breaking ball down for ball 2. So we'll get a 2-1 count here, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Kent is the only Georgia Tech batter with an OPS under 1. Absolutely unreal, yeah. Okay, there's a base hit right up the second base. I'm assuming that'll count as a base hit and not an error. He hit that pretty hard right through the middle of the diamond. Change to OU score to just 0. Jinx the score. I don't know. I feel like that might work against us. I mean, there's a lot of superstition in baseball, right? So we can't change it. What we're doing is not screwing us up. Yeah, under 0.1. Yeah, I knew what you meant. All right, strike one taken here. So we got a runner on first, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. If Georgia Tech goes to CWS, would you come up to my hometown? College World Series. I don't know, man. Big swing and a miss on a crap pitch there. That'll take it 0-2. Money's pretty tight for the moment for old Wreck. But if you want to, Nate, to give a one-time donation of like $2,000, yeah, I probably will go up there. Don't blame them. Ball one in the dirt there, but we're chasing those pitches. So 1-2, 1-2 count now. 2 outs, bottom of the second. See what we get here. Good pitch and good eye to take it on a breaking ball down. Good eye not to swing at that. 2-2 count here. Runner on first, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Tell you what, I might buy you a beer. Well, I don't drink, so you can buy me a Diet Coke. Will you watch the Super Regionals? Georgia Tech host it? Okay, we got one deep, and it's gone. Home run there on a 2-2 count to put Georgia Tech on the board. 2-0 here in the second inning. Man. Let's go. Let's go. Man has that Diet Coke look about him. Yeah, sickly. You're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, I'll watch the Super Regionals. I don't mind streaming any game. It's just that a lot of times these baseball games are at like 2:00 on a Thursday, and I'm working. So if I'm able to do them, I will. I look away for 1 second, and we hit a 2-run shot. That's right. Last 12 games, 8 homers. Previous 131 games for Parker, 6 home runs. So he is on an absolute tear right now. Parker, is it Brosius or Brosius? Brosius? All right, we'll take that. Any chance you'd go to Omaha to tailgate? Appreciate the $2 from Jolish. Not quite the $2,000 to get to Omaha, but it's a start. Appreciate it, Jolish. Good breaking ball there to take strike one. Much better to listen to WreckTalk than ESPN. It's funny because when people get mad at me, they'll be like, you're not ESPN, man. You think you're ESPN. Just missed there on the outside of the plate. Bring the count 1-1. We need to work together to rob a bank to get Wreck to Omaha. I don't condone this, but I'm also not going to say you shouldn't do that. All right, there's strike 2 at the bottom of the strike zone. 1-2 count here in Atlanta. Just hit a big 2-run bomb here. Let's keep this 2-out rally going, though. Ball bounces about a foot in front of the plate there for ball 2. It's only a 5-hour drive for Nerd Stop. You say only 5 hours. I mean, with what gas is right now, that might be a little devastating. I mean, I think it's probably cheaper to fly right now, honestly, with the amount of time that you're having to drive. Oh, bounced up the first base line for out number 3. That'll get us into the third. There was a guy that looked just like Sea-Dog. Where'd you see him? If you're in Georgia, you have access to a fairly busy airport. Not just a fairly busy airport, the busiest airport in the world is Hartsfield. Yeah, we'll take that inning. You put 2 runs on the board, that's a good inning. Averaging a run an inning is probably okay. It's probably okay, right? Also appreciate King Season letting me know that they moved this game twice now. It's supposed to start at 6, then they moved it to 6:30, then they moved first pitch to 7:06. So, because I'm not a baseball guy, explain to me how this works. You win 2 regional games, you go to the super regional, then you win 2 super regional games, you go to Omaha. That's how it works, right? Oh, the ESPN app is absolute and utter dog shit, which makes no sense for all the money Disney and them have. Okay, there's losers brackets. Okay. 3 regional games. Best of 3. 4 teams. Gotcha. So you can lose 1 game, but you got to win the rest. Is that what I'm hearing? All right. Rex the dummy on that one. That's okay. We're averaging 1.22 runs per inning, 11 runs per game. All right, breaking ball in the dirt there to start the top of the third. Oklahoma up to bat here. Tech up 2-0 after a 2-run bomb in the second. Ooh, I'll take that call. Looked a little low there for strike 1. 1-1 count. It's okay. Regionals is super confusing. Are super regionals super confusing, though? Asking for a friend. Ball low and outside. Ball 2. Oklahoma likes to run. Like to see how the Georgia Tech defense reacts. Okay. Saying they like to steal bases? Is that what you're saying? Same pitch he got before for strike 2, a little breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. Brings the count 2-2 at the top of the third. No runners on, no outs. Ooh, nicely hit ball into the gap there. Drops right in front of Burris. So no out hit there for Oklahoma. We'll see if they're going to try and run on us, like Buddy was just saying. Super regionals are not confusing. It's confusing that you would say that, honestly. When Tech first went to the College World Series, there were no super regionals. All right, there's ball 1 outside there. All right, top of the third, runner on first. 1 ball, no strikes here for Oklahoma. Ooh, Oh, it wasn't a pass ball. He scooped that thing out of the dirt and immediately fired it to first. So I guess that's how Georgia Tech's defense is going to react to the aggressive base running of the Oklahoma Sooners. All right, 2-0 count here. Runner on first, no outs. It's going to be 3-0 now. Ball was outside. That's the third ball, no strikes. You think he's taken here? You think they're running here? Oh! So strike one there, and then Lackey again immediately fires down to first. Damn, Lackey's quick, transitioning that ball out of his glove to wherever he's throwing it. All right, ball fouled off there to bring the count full. So full count, top of the third, no outs, runner on first. When Georgia Tech makes College World Series grow the stash, okay, I can do that. I can do that. Here we go on the full count. Ball hit, base hit. Will that runner get to third? Fired to third. We'll hold him at second, it looks like, though. No. Okay, we will. Whoever is in charge of the scoreboard on TV has no clue what they're doing. So he just sat on that ball and slapped it for a base hit there. Right up the middle of the diamond on the right side. Burris does a good job, or not Burris. Basically, we did a good job to hold the runners at first and second there. Lackey's going to come out and talk to the pitcher. It's an AI scoreboard. We can't afford people any longer. Well, that makes a whole lot of sense because it's wrong 10% of the time, like all AI. But for some insanely stupid reason, we have to cut 15,000 jobs at every major company to replace them with AI. I'm sure there'll be no repercussions of that, right? All right, already 42 pitches in here. Runners on first and second, top of the third, no outs. Boy, we need some outs right now. We need some outs, boys, and we need to keep this ball in the park. Showing bunt, pulls it back, then swings deep. Just shy of the warning track. They're going to tag up, throw to third, and I think he's safe. No, he's out. He got him. It wasn't the greatest throw in the world, but I don't know if he missed the third base on his first swipe through it. Let's take another look at this. Burris deep in center field. No, that was actually a hell of a throw. He must have missed the base coming in. Let's take another look. I'm not so sure. No, he came off the base. He came off the base. This is going to be probably reviewed or challenged. I'm sorry. There aren't, I guess, reviews in baseball. So he's safe initially. His hand does come off the bag. And he's out. I mean, he's clearly out. He's tagged. He's not even close. He's not even close when he's tagged there. So this will be 2 outs for the inning. Taking another look here. Slides. He's initially safe. He comes off the bag, though, and he's clearly tagged while he's off the bag. In fact, I think he's clearly tagged too. Well, I don't know. Pulls his hand back and is called out. This actually, each time I look at that, I feel like I come away with a different conclusion, but I'm an idiot. We'll see. Call on the field is out at third. Oklahoma will challenge. So, by the way, Georgia up 5-2 in the top of the 7th in the Athens Regional. UNC is up 7-5 at the bottom of the 7th in the Chapel Hill Regional. West Virginia up or down 8-7. Let's see if he does get this tag on him. I don't see it there. I don't see it there. He pulls his hand back. And then he does hit him in the stomach. The question is going to be, when he tags him on the stomach, is he touching the base? Does he get back on base? So we're taking another look at it. Boy, they're really taking a long time to get back to us on this ruling. I think he's out. I mean, based on that, you can't see where his hand is. I don't see a way that you could overturn the call there. So, yeah, he will be called out. They will lose one of their 2 challenges. And so we'll go to the top of the 3rd here, runner on second, 2 outs. That's huge. That's huge for Georgia Tech to get that runner off third. Where now, you can give up a base hit without necessarily giving up a run. Oklahoma's got a chance up to bat. What just happened? What just happened? I have no idea what just happened. Whoever works the cameras and the TV has no clue what they're doing. Oh, we go to pick them off and throw it into center field here. And then this guy is Deion Sanders when he played on the Falcons and makes it all the way home. So we will have no runners on after that disastrous pickoff attempt at second, which was thrown into center field. It ends up hitting second base and then dribbling into center. Runner's able to score from second to make this 2-1. And then that'll be ball 2 here. Oh, it bounced off the runner. Okay, I got you. Well, I can't say that it doesn't matter. Well, we won't know till the game's over whether or not that mattered. All right, strike 1 now. Low strike there to bring the count 2-1. Let's get out of this inning here, boys. I don't know what this guy just did. He did a little Trump dance there getting into the box. Big swing and a miss for strike 2 at the bottom of the zone. Brings the count 2-2. No runners on, 2 outs, top of the 3rd. Let's get out of this thing here. Yeah, you also can't say it's huge, but it doesn't matter. To be fair. All right, gets bouncer to the 3rd. Throw to first for the 3rd out, and we'll get out of this 3rd inning with just the 1 run there. Or no, I'm sorry. I guess we're going to the bottom of the 3rd. Anyways, Dak Prescott hip shake. Yeah, he did like this kind of thing. I don't know what the hell that was. It's huge, but it doesn't matter is what women say to Wreck when they're trying to disrespect them. I don't think it's that huge. Georgia Tech bats need to come alive. They do. We need to put some runs on the board. We need to put some runs on the board. Let's ask the Rock. What was that pickoff attempt, Rock?
To say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Yeah, it's a piece of dog shit, that pickoff attempt. Women talk to you. This should come to a surprise as nobody, to no one. Anyway, Georgia Tech, it's time to get some points. Time for the offense to really come alive. Of course, women talk to me. That's why I had to move. It really wasn't an apartment fire. It's just that women kept beating down my door at my last place, so I had to like go on the lam and try and get a little privacy. So I just kind of told people I had an apartment fire, but it was really a fire of women surrounding my residence. Georgia Tech knows it wouldn't be fun for every game to be a blowout, so they got to make it look like a struggle. In the 80s, Georgia Tech had a couple of teams that scored like 10, 12 runs per game, petered out in the postseason. Are you just talking about Danny Hall teams now? Getting a restrainer order against you is not talking. Well, when you explain to me what a restrainer order is that like an order for your pasta? You get a restrainer order to strain the water out? Okay, bottom of the third here. 0-1 here for Carson Curse. Let's try to get some runs on the board. Woo! 95 miles an hour. Chin music there up and in. 1-1 count. No runners on, bottom of the third. Breaking ball hit, bouncer to third. Great play on that ball there. That's not an easy ball to field, hopping up the third baseline there, but they will get the first out of it. Restrainer order is when that guy does your mom and has to be restrained. Oh, okay. Have you seen WreckTalk's mom? Do you really want to go down there? Another ball inside, fastball inside. Mm-mm-mm. 1-0 count here for Burris. Up and in again on Burris. So that'll be 2-0. Guess trying to back him off the plate. I was watching the UGA game earlier. One of them said they have the number one offense. I think they've hit more home runs than anyone. They don't have the number one offense, though. Ball in the dirt for ball 3. Are they going to walk Burris again? Virginia Tech and NC State eliminated from regionals, says Mr. Turk. All right, 3-0 count. They'll get a strike there on the inside of the plate to bring it 3-1. All right, Burris. Breaking ball in the dirt for ball 4. So they'll walk Burris again. 1 out, runner on first, bottom of the third. After seeing Georgia Tech struggle with Oklahoma, they'll be an easy win for Arkansas. Okay. Makes sense coming from someone who's trying to defend someone saying they want to order a restraining order or a restrainer order. All right. Ball hit hard, double play ball, and they will get it to get out of the inning. Wow. Georgia Tech struggling a little early on here. Double play ball to get out of the third. We will be heading to the top of the fourth. So what is your name? Leo Zarkian 0. Okay. Who's Arkansas playing right now, or are they playing right now? Let's go look at Arkansas, by the way. Arkansas baseball. I mean, what are the best 2 things that come out of Arkansas? you had a president and Bill Clinton and Walmart, I guess, came out of Arkansas. (3-1) versus Kansas. Okay. Arkansas 3-1 on Kansas. What's your record? They're 40-20. Am I seeing that right? 17-13 in conference. All right. Records don't mean shit at this point. Well, I don't know anything about Arkansas. So what else do you want me to do? Trust Leonardo DiCaprio's assessment of them? This is a bad year for Arkansas. I mean, again, to be fair, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to go back and forth talking shit. I don't know a ton about baseball, but it's something to do. We're in football off season. What else are we gonna do? Have you heard of the bricks and mini figs drama the Mormons are involved in? I know they're suing one Mormon Stories podcast because they don't like what he says about them. Big swing and a miss for strike one there. Bring the count 1-1, top of the fourth. Low and inside for ball 2. No runners on, no outs. Ball fouled off there for strike 2, so that'll bring the count 2-2. Pitcher's 52 pitches in at this point, the top of the fourth. Is that Danny Hall they keep cutting to? All right, ball low for ball 3 there. That'll bring the count full. Are you going to play the transitive property game? I hope you realize, like, you're arguing with yourself. Like, what do you... So let's reset here. What are you trying to say? What point are you trying to make? What am I allowed to do to determine if a team is good? Just set out the rules for me there. Nope, you can't. That's transitive property. You got to just ask me, and I'll tell you who's good and who's not. Oh, it was the other guy. Okay. Look, I'm entertaining your stupidity, and I missed strike 3 there. You see what you did? You happy? You happy WreckTalk missed strike 3? Bet you are. 1 out, top of the fourth, no runners on, though, independent of what you say. That's just objectively true. All right, here we go. Yeah, we're getting the bottom of the strike zone here. So there's strike 1 for old Trey Gamble. That one a little too low. Tried to frame it up. That'll be ball 1, though. Brings the count 1-1. You like the South Park impressions? Okay, class. We're going to watch a little Georgia Tech baseball here, okay? We're going to see if he went around. I didn't see what the umpire said there because the TV cameraman is a complete buffoon, okay? All right, 1-2 count here. Guess they're saying he did. Pass ball there. Won't hurt us, though, with no runners on. That'll be ball 2. Bring the count 2-2. 2-2. That's right. We're all mature enough to say 2-2 in here without giggling. We'd be stuck refreshing stats. Yeah, if you can't get ESPN Plus. 2-2 count. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball there for strike 3. So that'll give us 2 outs in the top of the 4th. No runners on. I read that as South Park did a parody of this channel. Read what? I could die and go to heaven or hell, wherever I'm going. If South Park did a parody of this channel, that would be like the proudest moment of my life. All right, first pitch low, ball 1. Yep, first pitch low for ball 1, 2 outs. Breaking ball outside. That'll be a 2-0 count now. All right, there we go. Strike 1. Strike 1 to bring the count 2-1. 2 outs, no runners on, top of the 4th. How about just a little pop-up here? That ball will be low and inside there. Bring the count 3-1. Or maybe just a little ground out. Maybe a little ground out to the second baseman I'll take. Walked him. I have no idea what my daughter is hollering about in the other room, but I like that we're doing math talk now. We're all talking about the transitive property. I do want to pose a question to the chat. Can someone tell me why a negative number times a negative number is a positive number? Because I've never quite wrapped my head around that. Why? There we go. There's that ground out to second. Bouncing ball that he fields. It's going to be close, but he will get him at first to get out of the top of the 4th for the 3rd out. She should also be one. Yeah, I'll bring her in here. I'll be like, look, sweetie, this is what I'm the most proud of in life is this Georgia Tech sports. And she'll be like, okay, do you want to see me do a cartwheel, though? How about that? You want to see me do a cartwheel? Because I don't care about that. Anyone trying to get a hold of WreckTalk right now? They are not. Appreciate y'all hanging out in here. We have a good time. I charge $500 an hour to advise my clients. I like your channel, so you can pay $450. Can I put you on restrainer, though? Can I just give you like $1,000 and put you on restrainer? Let me know. It's fake Diet Coke time, boys. My 2-year-old screams, Georgia Tech. Anytime he sees anything yellow or gold themed. Fake DC, Coke Zero. No, it's from Aldi, actually. It's the Summit. Times is hard. Times is hard, boys. Can't let Oklahoma hang around. Yeah. You're absolutely right. All right, bottom of the 4th here. Well, we got Lackey up. Looks like Coors Light. If I were going to drink, I can guarantee you it wouldn't be some horse piss like Coors Light. Oh, Big swing. Gone. Way gone. He might have hit the scoreboard with that one. He knew as soon as he made contact, that was back. Way gone. Way gone. That's right. Say it with me. Von Lackey. Dick slapping one there for about 450 feet. Golly, man. He knocked the cover off that. Oh, appreciate it. T-Branch with the 50. The half hundy, says fake Diet Coke. Forget that. I appreciate it, buddy. That $50 will go directly to the Diet Coke fund, and we'll get rid of the summit. Appreciate it, T-Branch. You're the man. You're the man. He almost donated as much money as home runs Burris had hit this year. I mean, that's getting up there. That's a big one. Appreciate it. Another big swing by the Zuck man there. Fouled off for strike 2, though. I think I can just say it right. We've got the best community. We've got the best community on the internet here on the WreckTalk channel. Big swing and a miss for strike 3 there in the first out. Wow, he hit another one all the way onto the the practice field. Some kid went over there and got it. My God, how long was that homer? I mean, he's on like the 30-yard line of the practice field. My dad is an Okie, so he's conflicted. There ain't no conflicts. This ain't a compiler. We're not going through that. Oh, man, he throws that one. That one hit the ground about 4 feet in front of the mound. Oh, we've got a rally going in the chat, boys. Michael King with another 50. Well, had I known that, I'd have told you I was drinking Summit Diet Cokes this whole time. I appreciate it, dude. Got the hundy in the chat now. 50 from T-Branch, 50 from Michael. It's the greatest community in the world. I mean, it just is. It just is. I don't seem to know how to text, but it says negative is technically a reversal. Okay. Again, appreciate the dub 50s and the super chats there. That ball went 470 feet, by the way. It's almost as long as WreckTalk's wiener. You got to hit it a long way to get there, boys. Long way. All right, 3-0 count here. We'll take strike 1, bring it 3-1. Yeah, keep walking Burris to have a base runner for Vaughn to smack one 470 feet. We'll take that. We'll take that. Big swing and a miss for strike 2 to bring the count full. 1 out, bottom of the 4th here. Tech up 3-1. What are you talking about? Burris has 14 home runs this year. He has 58, doesn't he? Oh, I think we got another base hit. That'll drop right in front of the right fielder there for a base hit. So we'll have a runner on first in the bottom of the 4th with an out. We're rallying, boys. We're rallying. Oh, he has 58 career. I'm an idiot. This guy ain't Barry Bonds playing in the major leagues. I'm a total idiot. I'm a total and complete idiot. Just ask my ex-wife. She'll tell you. All right, there's a ball in the dirt there. Yeah, we're not talking about steroid era 160 whatever game Major League Baseball. Yeah, 58 would be 1 a game. I mean, that's what I do when I play the show. I hit a homer a game. I'm not about to be a god in my own, not be a god in my own fantasies. All right, are they going to take this guy out? Are they just talking to him? What's going on? Reversal is that doesn't make sense, by the way. I'm pretty sure you would show that by just showing that you have to do that to be consistent with other math properties. Yeah, he's hit 58 home runs this year. You know what? At least once, usually about 10 times a stream, I come to the conclusion that I'm a complete and utter moron. And we've reached it in the bottom of the fourth on this stream. The NCAA record is 48 in one season. Damn, I mean, that's just 10 less than the career record at Tech. How about that? And it's not like Tech is some slouch in baseball. They put out some guys. All right. Should be, is it 2-1 or 2-2? Look like he just took a strike here. So 1 out, runner on first. Tech up 3-1, bottom of the fourth. Showing a 2-1 count. Fouled off to bring the count 2-2. ChatGPT is always right. That's correct. That's correct. Ball low. He wanted that one, though. That'll bring the count full again with a base runner on. Why does absolute value turn negative into positive? Well, that's like the definition of what it does. Like, that's what it does. Walked another runner, so we'll have runners on first and second here after throwing one in the dirt on a full count with just the single out, boys. Just the single out. Is Tarleton about to upset Texas? They only trail 0-7 in the fourth. Yeah, good question. Good question. First pitch low for ball one. Drew does have the freshman record for homers in a season, and he's tied for second most homers in a season. Okay. Have you seen the rumor that Coach Skilltree will be locked behind an additional paywall in the new college football video game? No, but we need to talk about that. All right. Breaking ball for strike one. You know the Saudis just bought EA Sports, right? I'll be honest with you. If that's true, I might just not buy it, and I'll just keep playing NCAA 26. Ground ball. It's going to be foul, though, up the third baseline. I was early about how NCAA was going to be monetized in the video games, but I'm telling you, I was not wrong. I was not wrong about it. Get ready for loot boxes to upgrade your player stats. I'm sure that's coming. Get ready for 100 different uniform packs that you can't buy directly. You'll get that in the Ultimate Team variant. Just get ready for the NCAA video game to become a casino. All right. 1-2 count. Ball in the dirt to bring it 2-2. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. Milwaukee up 1-0 on Central Florida. Big swing and a miss there for strike 3. So we'll have the 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th, runners on first and second. Don't forget that EA is going to sign an exclusive deal with the NCAA, so no one else would do it. Well, honestly, EA is probably the only studio that's interested with enough money to navigate NIL with players, to be fair. Is being taken private in a $55 billion deal? Yeah, it's Saudi money. I mean, you can't just play a game anymore. And the minute that they come out with a killer single-player game that isn't monetized to hell, everyone else cries. Remember when Elden Ring came out and they're like, oh my God, you can't hold us all to that standard. Expedition 33, they were mad about that. Oh my God, you can't hold us to the standard of Expedition 33. It's because a small studio of like 20 people made a game superior to what games with $100 million budgets can do. Because, shocker, if people want to go to a casino, they'll go to a casino. If they want to play a video game, they'll play a video game. They don't want casinos in their video games so that you can buy 3 more yachts for the CEO of EA. Big swing and a miss there for strike 1. Yeah, that infuriates me. In fact, I haven't put the video out yet. I was approached for a gambling sponsorship a few days ago, and I turned it. I didn't even field the offer. I just said, no, I don't promote gambling. It's a line that I will never cross. And look, I know that there's a lot of people in our community that do that. This isn't me like admonishing them. I'm just saying for me that I never want to have some kind of deal where I get paid by you losing. I will never do that. Xbox decreased the cost of Game Pass from 30 to 22. Interesting. In other words, like if I were, I guess that'll be the end of the 4th. We'll go into the 5th now. But like if I were to put out, let's say they paid me, and this wouldn't be an unreasonable number, $5,000 to do, I don't know, however many months of, hey, use promo code WreckTalk at FanDuel, and you'll get $100 free. They're not dumb, right? They're making so much money from you losing that they could pay me $5,000 and give you $100. What does that tell you? That they're all losers. That's what it tells you. Appreciate the $5 from Nerdstop. Says, here's $5 for not selling us out to gambling addictions. Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. 43% of Georgia Tech's runs this year scored after 2 outs. How about that? I know they offer big money too. It takes conviction to stand on that. Very respectable. Well, I just don't ever want to put people that are fans of me in a position to be lemons. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm always sad when I see someone who said they will never take a gambling sponsorship, then go and take one. And yeah, look, it's not easy. I get it. I could use the money. I 100% could use the money right now. I got a whole bunch of shit going on in the background we can't talk about until later. But look, I got to be able to do what I feel is right. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. And in a broader sense, I mean, the whole world now has become a casino. Poly Market and Kalshi, and it all stinks. It all stinks. It's another just massive transfer of wealth. All right, top of the 5th here. First pitch ball. Tech still up 3-1. All right, third pitch strike. Bring the count 2-1. 69 pitches in here for this pitcher. Oh, yeah. It's indistinguishable. Madden Ultimate Team is just gambling. All right, big swing, got under that, back to the warning track, jumps, and he misses it. Might have been able to make a play on that. If you're going to give up a home run, that's the one you want to give up. That'll make it 3-2 here. It'll cut the Tech lead to 1, though. I'll tell you another story. A guy named Ron Sanders was the superintendent of Barrow County Schools when I went to Winder Barrow for high school. He later became like the director of, executive director of literacy, of like adult literacy. He just missed that ball. He just missed that ball to rob a homer. But Ron Sanders developed a serious gambling addiction, and after he had torn through everything that he had to his name, his 401k, there's a bunt. Lackey will throw to first for the first out of the fifth. After he had tore through every bit of money that he had set aside, his savings, his 401k, everything he would have left to his kids, he embezzled $121,000 from the school system of Barrow County and ended up, I think, doing 3 or 4 years in prison for it and had to pay the $121,000 in restitution. So don't tell me when you promote this stuff to the nth degree that you're not going to get more and more and more of that. You are. First pitch ball. Would I promote a sports card company? I don't know. Probably. I'd have to learn more about it. Second pitch strike to bring it a 1-1 count, the top of the fifth. Gambling companies won't keep you if you win. If you've been gambling for years, you're losing. Well, if you've been listening to WreckTalk for any amount of time, that's a ball. Bring the count 2-1. 2-1, top of the fifth, 1 out, no runners on. If you're winning, if you're a proven winner sports bettor, then you're going to be banned or limited as to what you can bet. Anytime you see these guys promoting their picks and all this bullshit, and they're like, oh, I'm putting $100,000 on the Super Bowl, that automatically tells you that guy's a loser. There's no way if he was a proven winner, they're going to let him bet $100,000 on the Super Bowl. Think about it. All right, full count here, 1 out, no runners on, top of the fifth. And he'll walk him. Walk him with the count full. How long are we going to leave this kid in? We'll have to see. Show the game, you butt. No. How about lick my taint? I can't show you the game. You can lick my taint, though. All right, we're going to make a mound visit, and I'm going to make a restroom trip real quick. I'll be right back. All right. We back. Time that up just right. Genius move. Yeah, I love people just come in and demand, like, so just stream the game. How about you go buy the ability to watch it, you broke son of a bitch? How about that? All right, top of the fifth, 1 out, runner on first after the full count walk. Tech up 3-2 still. First pitch in there for a strike. Throw back to first. He's easily in there, though. Still the 0-1 count. 78 pitches in. He'll remain in after Lackey talks to him and says, hey, stop doing that. Stop giving up runs. It's the opposite of what we need to do. Ooh, nice pitch. Breaking ball there. He swings right on top of there to bring the count 0-2. How about a double play ball, boys? How about a double play ball? Is LKR, is that like let? I don't know what that means. People can't afford ESPN in 2026. Well, that's not my problem. Throws the same pitch a little further in there for ball one. You guys keep using this like abbreviated vernacular. You know I'm old, and when I don't understand things, I get angry and I just rant for no reason. I'm just saying I don't know what LKR means. Big strike, big swing and a miss for strike 3 there. 14-4. All right, give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm sure I missed stuff. Means I know, right? Oh, okay. See, I'm learning. Let me put that on my. I'm making like flashcards of like Zoomer lingo. All right, top of the 5th. Looks like he was going to steal. That'll be in there for strike 1 to bring the count 1-1, but he comes back to first. All good. How did you change? Why you keep changing your little avatar there? You know that upsets me too. Ball fouled there for strike 2. I don't like change. Unless it's something I wanted to happen, and then I do like change. Basically, the world needs to conform to my will, is what I'm telling you. If the world would just, and the people in it would conform to my will, then everything would be perfect. All would be right. Fouled or hit right up the second baseline. He'll tap second base there for the 3rd out. All right, so we'll strand that runner, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, I know all you guys have thought that if people would just do what I say, then everything would be great. Yeah, I would be a great politician. And I'm not running under any party. I'm going to make my own party. It's going to be the Lick My Taint party. And the first thing, I've thought about this in great detail, actually. My first order of business is we're revoking half of driver's license because at least half of you have no clue how to drive. So we're taking a quiz. If you don't have a pencil, you're out. We're going to revoke half of driver's licenses. Then we're going to remove New York State, Florida, and California from the country. We're just going to we'll throw California in the Pacific, and New York and Florida, we'll throw them into the Atlantic. We're also going to mandate that everyone in the country has to write on a little sheet of paper that my penis is bigger than theirs. And then they have to turn that in. And I think things would be better, honestly. We'd have solved the traffic problems, and everyone would know I'm the biggest penis in the country. I mean, it's better than what's going on now, I feel like. Is there anyone at this game? Probably not. You're probably not in my chat if you're actually at this game. Tickets were pretty steep from what I saw, though. I have thought about it in great detail. I'm old enough to run now, too. You got to be 35. That's a good trivia question. Who is the youngest person to ever hold the office of the presidency? And it's a little tricky. Nice pitch there for strike one. I'll even give you a hint. It's not John Kennedy. Man, he threw another one in the dirt. Tickets sold out so fast to these games they did. The youngest president to ever hold office was Teddy Roosevelt. Yep, Goldfella got it. Big swing and a miss there for strike two. Bill Clinton, no. She had nice, big melons that I just buried my face in. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. She just gave me a blowjob. It's totally different. All right, strikeout there for the first out. This is Xander Mercurius? I missed his name there. He's been really, really good. I mean, this is a really good tech lineup to be mowing through like he has. He was disbarred for those comments. Another big swing and a miss on a bad pitch there to start this count 0-1. President tier list. Ooh, Teddy's up there. Teddy Roosevelt would be up there. Woodrow Wilson would be in the doo-doo tier. There's another ball in the dirt. Got Joe Burris up. Count 1-1. I mean, there's some obvious ones like Lincoln is up there. Any guy who's not formally educated that ends up practicing law and becoming president and somewhat holding the country together has got it going on. Carter in doo-doo tier. Carter is probably the only president I can think of that was like hated as a president but loved as an ex-president. Like his time out of office, he was looked on. Did anyone have a problem with Carter like when he was in his 90s and stuff? No. All right, there's strike two to bring the count 2-2 for Burris here. Let's see what he can do here. Are they going to walk him again? Pops him up right there into right field. He will get under it for the second out. Boy, Tech still with the 3 runs here. Tech up 3-2 in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. Washington and Lincoln are 2 of the best. I tell you who gets slept on is, hold on. Why is his name escaping me right now? Truman. I think Truman gets slept on a little bit. All right, pitch really low to start the count. 1-0. 2 outs, bottom of the fifth. Tech still with a single-run lead here. Good take there on the breaking ball down in the zone. Bring the count 2-0. Yeah, Buchanan and Andrew Johnson for sure. Not good. All right, base hit right into the right field grass there. Y'all are telling me most of Tech's runs are scored with 2 outs. Let's see what we can do here. Lackey's up next, didn't he? So that extends his hit streak to 27. Advincula. I know I'm not pronouncing his name right, but I'm here now, damn it. I'm here now. All right, Lackey up. He's put two runs on the board, hasn't he? Oh, great play there by the third baseman to dive and get the third out. All right, so that'll bring us into the 6th. Come on, Tech. What are you doing here now? Yeah, he took a swing at a ball up and in there that he probably should have laid off of there. Probably should have laid off that one. Grant was not a good president. Great general. And I think a really, really good man that for some reason surrounded himself as president with utterly corrupt people, though there's no evidence to support he himself was corrupt, but not looked at as a great president. I think he ended up dying broke, strangely enough. Yeah, one of the best people to be a bad president. Yep. I mean, whoever was president during Reconstruction was going to have a rough time, though. Grant also drank a lot. That probably played into his entourage. Do you know what Lincoln said? Because, McClellan, I think, was originally over the Union Army, and then he kept, I need more men, even though we already outnumber these guys 10-1, and then Lee was kind of kicking his ass, and then Grant goes through the West, whooping people's asses, and is eventually put in charge. And then everyone's jealous, and they're like, Lincoln, Grant's doing well, but some bitch drinks a lot. And Lincoln said, well, for all means, find out whatever he drinks and give a barrel of it to every officer in the Union. Gives a shit if he drinks. Which is why Lincoln was a badass. Lincoln said, I need to win the war here. And McClellan's going to end up trying to run against me later anyway. So there you go. Where else can you get some history in Tech baseball? Nowhere. Nowhere else are you going to get that. All right, top of the 6th, we'll start with ball 1. 86 pitches in for this guy. Another ball outside for ball 2. Two-0 count here, top of the 6th, no runners on, no outs. And we'll get a low strike called there for strike 1, bring the count 2-1. Franklin Pierce was bad, but partially because he watched his wife and son die on a train crash. There's been a lot of presidents with a ton of tragedy in their life. Ball fouled off for strike 2. This is like a graduate seminar, not a regional baseball game. I mean, fair. You're right. You're not wrong. Which I think is saying the same thing twice in different ways. Another ball outside to bring the count full. So it'll be 3-2 full count here. Top of the 6th. No outs, no runners on. Tech still with that slim lead of 3-2 here. Oh, he gets a hold of that one. I think that's going to be gone. That'll tie the game up. He hung one. Right across the plate there, and he'll hit it out with no out home run. Again, just the single one, though. Just the single run coming in to tie this game 3-3. Oh, Jesus. Why did they restart the pitch count, by the way? Is this a new pitcher? No, it's not a new pitcher. Yeah, this is a hell of a ball game, but it is making my butthole pucker up to the point that you probably shove a rock up there and get a diamond out. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of that. It's not something I want to be doing. All right, let's get some outs here, boys. They'll put a bunt down, really good bunt, and it'll work. That'll put a runner on first. Hell of a bunt down the third base line there. It's getting interesting, boys. It's getting interesting. Yeah, I mean, that bunt was put in a place that we were probably never going to get that runner out. Well, I don't know. This might be closer than I thought. No, he's in there, though. He's in there. He's clearly in there. Welcome to the regionals. It's like this all the way to the pedestal in Omaha. All right, breaking ball in there for strike one. Runner on first, no outs. Top of the sixth. Game now tied 3-3. A 1 count again. That ball's low. He'll take that for ball one to bring the count 1-1. Again, no outs, runner on first. Got a lefty warming up in the bullpen right now. And I'm all out of tobacco, boys. We might have the crash out of all time. Ball way outside there for ball two. 2-1 count. I mean, you got to give credit to Oklahoma and that true freshman pitcher. I mean, to hold Tech to 3 runs up to the top of the 6 is impressive. It's impressive. So they're going to talk to him here. Hey, you got a runner on first and it's tied. How about you just get some outs, buddy? I think that's what they're telling him. We need 27 outs, and you're not getting enough of them. Oklahoma has some decent pitchers, but if they can get this guy out, they can score on the bullpen. Okay, we'll see. All right, remind us the count. The count's 2-1. They finally have the pitch count correct at 95 pitches. There's one hit right up to first, and we'll just grab the single out. Here it will advance that runner, though, to second. We'll have a runner on second, 1 out, top of the 6th, tied 3-3. Smart there to just get the sure out. Smart play to just get the sure out there. I don't know. Someone in the chat, who's pitching right now? I haven't watched enough baseball to know, and their names aren't on their jerseys. Breaking ball there fouled back for strike one. Whoever's 22 is pitching. Ooh, ball's low and inside there for ball one. It'll be a 1-1 count. Runner on second, 1 out, top of the 6th, tied 3. Tied 3-all. McKee is pitching, says Johnsy. Oh, he's our ace. Popped him up. This is a blooper there. Not an easy play to make, but we do make it there in the infield for out 2. Yeah, that was boy, that ball had you nervous, didn't it? It just kind of kept drifting to the third base, and a hell of an effort there to stay with it and get the out. All right. I'll take outs. Runner on second, top of the 6. Ball outside there for ball 1. That'll bring him to 100 pitches on the night. Big swing and a miss on not a very good pitch, almost in the dirt there for the first strike. So that'll bring it 1-1 there. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't even close. That Oklahoma batter wasn't even close to getting a bat on that ball. So 1-1 count, runner on second, 2 outs. Gives him a similar pitch in there for a strike. So we're 1 strike away here, 1-2 count from getting out of this inning. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Let's hold in there, boys. Fans, sellout crowd gets on their feet here in the top of the 6th. Good pitch there, good 2-strike pitch. He waved at it earlier. That'll bring the count 2-2. Again, runner on second, 2 outs. Game's tied 3-all. Oh, this is Shane Gillis batting. 2-2 pitch. Run him up. Probably got a beneficial call there. Threw a breaking ball that looked a little outside, but he gets it and he rings him up on it. I'll take an out any way I can get, though. Let's look at it again. Oh, no, they're showing highlights now. All right. I mean, look, defensively done our job here, holding Oklahoma to 3 runs. We got to put some offense on. It's a nice evening out here as well. Crowd definitely into the action. Are you at the game? Are you there? You know what? I do have some nicotine. Someone convinced me to go velo. And we got the 9 milligrams, and I think we might do dub 9 milligrams. I think if there is ever a time to dub 9 milligram velos, it's now. But that could backfire spectacularly, so I don't know. Rick, I know you said you don't watch a ton of baseball. Would you if more of it was on TV? Well, I would do it more if they played at times that I'm not working. And I would love to stream it. I mean, when the season started, I was like, oh, maybe I can do the Friday games and whatnot. It's just that they're rarely ever at a time that I'm available to really get into it. This double 9 milligram, 18 milligrams could backfire horribly right now. So we're gonna feel it out. We're in a good place right now. We might not be in a good place right now. We actually might not be in a good place right now. We'll see. Oh, man. Let's get some runs on the board, boys. Let's have like a 5-run inning here. I never go upper decker. That ain't my thing. All right, what are we here? Bottom of the 6th. Got the Zuck man up. Big swing and a miss for strike 1 there. Been waving at a lot of pitches here without getting the bat on them. In fact, Zucker is 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. This freshman phenom is putting it on us. He wanted to swing at that, but he lays off for a low ball That'll bring the count 1-1. $89 pitches for this cat. All right, he sits on a curveball and droops it right out there to center right field for a base hit. That's all we got to do, boys. We don't got to hit homers every time we're up. We need base runners. We need base runners, and we need to not hit into damn double plays like we did earlier. All right, I'll take a leadoff single, baby, especially when you're 0-2 on the night. Well, I'll take a leadoff single. Michael King says, we fixing to get 3 runs. Well, we're about to find out. Ball's low for ball 1. Again, the runner on first. We're still tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th with no outs. Lays off another low pitch, low and outside pitch, bring the count 2-0. All right, let's put a little pressure on this pitcher now. He's behind in the count. Let's take advantage. He will get that low strike, though, so it'll be 2-1. We don't swing at it, but I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. If it ain't your pitch and you don't have to swing at it, don't swing at it. All right, 2-1 count, runner on first, no outs. Here comes the pitch, big swing and a miss on a low strike there to bring the count 2-2. This Oklahoma pitcher has impressed me. They are warming up a lefty in the bullpen, though. That's like a sidearm pitcher. Oh, did he hit him? Did he hit him? No. That ball ran up and in on him. Just missed not hitting him on his hand. Full count now with the runner on first and no outs in the bottom of the 6th in a tie ball game. Walked him. Tried to frame that low pitch for a strike. Couldn't convince the umpire. Oh, no, they did ring him up on that. They did ring him up on that for the first out. Let's see. Where did he signal that? This ball, that is bullshit, buddy. Okay, I just couldn't see him ring him up because the batter was in front of him. But that pitch, to be fair, he'd been calling that low strike all game. But that looked kind of especially low. 8 Ks tonight, season high for Xander Mercurius. And it looks like they are gonna take him out after that. Coach is coming to the mound. Here's what I will say. When the ump's been calling those low strikes, you're in a 2-strike count. I mean, you can't look at it, I guess. You can't, I mean, you gotta swing at it. So they will take this kid out, or will they leave him in? Let's see. They're going to leave him in. Again, I love Georgia Tech. You got to be impressed with this true freshman pitcher for Oklahoma, though. He's pitched a hell of a game. Oh, Adam ball to the warning track. He hits a line drive to the warning track for out 2 there. In fact, that ball got to that right fielder so quick, he about couldn't get his glove on it. Boy, if he just could have hit that ball a little bit more in the gap, we'd have runners on we'd have a runner on third probably. Hell of a play by the right fielder there. So we get a leadoff single, and then we follow it up with 2 outs. First pitch fouled off here. So we're in the bottom of the 6th with a runner on first. 2 outs, game still tied 3-3. We got to get some runs in, guys. You got to get some runs in here. That ball in the dirt for ball 1. Catcher will block it, though. 3 innings complete between Nebraska and Ole Miss, also tied 0-0. Okay. Is it raining now? It looks like it's raining. Is it raining here? I'm not far from where they're playing this game. Oh, looks like a good hit. Deep. Gone! 2-run homer. 2 out. 2-run homer in the bottom of the 6th. How about that? Again, for Brosius. Parker Brosius. 11th home run in 12 games. 11th home run in 12 games. Is that what it's at now? Boy, we needed that. Boy, we needed that. Bang! Bang! Let's go, baby. That'll put 2 runs in. That'll extend. That'll give us now a 2-run lead. And you can see Ramsey's just coming unglued over there. That's right. That's how you do. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's what good players do. That's what legendary players do. When you need some runs, they get you some runs. When your back's against the wall, they make plays. Appreciate the $2 from, it was Joelish, now it's Jolshi. Appreciate the $2. Super sticker. So they will take the freshman out now. He does give up the 2-run homer there to end his night, but he pitched a hell of a game up to that point. Pitched a hell of a game. But Parker, man, Parker's on a tear. Parker's on an absolute tear. Parker walks into a room, his dick's been there for 10 minutes already right now. That's the kind of guy that is. That's the kind of guy Parker is. Appreciate the $2 from King Season. Says, left your pitcher in just to get yammed. Yep. And I don't know what was going on at that mound visit. It makes you think that he was like, hey, I got this. I got this, coach. Leave me in. I'm going to get us out of this inning. And then he gives up a 2-run dick slap right over the right field fence there. Hate to see it. You hate to see it. Hate to see it. Boy, we needed that bad, though. Boy, did we need that. We needed a little bit of breathing room. Needed a little bit of breathing room there. The players told to leave him in. That's why it's so hilarious. Yeah. The coach is like, well, what the hell am I doing? I get paid to make these decisions. Why am I listening to you idiots? Just so I can get beat in Atlanta. Coach probably needed him to finish up the inning. Not if he gives up a 2-run homer right there. Time to bring it home, baby. Time to bring it home. Oh, me. Tell me about Parker.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Let's go. Let's go. So he pitched 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. So again, it's raining pretty hard here. I'm hoping we don't get delayed at some point. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th with no runners on. We're going to Oklahoma making a pitching change, and after the 2-run homer, Tech up 5-3 in Atlanta. All right, again, we're doing, I guess we got Craig Kimbrell in here pitching with this weirdness, except he's an idiot lefty. You know how I feel about lefties. And he's a sidearm pitcher. I mean, hell, it's almost submarine. 6'2" junior, 257 pounds. He's a big boy. He a big boy. All right, he'll get a bat on it, but it'll be foul for the first strike. So we'll have a 1-1 count now. Again, the 2 outs, no runners on, bottom of the 6th. We could have been friends. Ooh, about hit him at the knees there with that one. They left that pitcher in. I said, what'd you do that for? What'd you do that for? Then that next pitch killed it. All right. 2-1 count here. Fouled off again for strike 2. So 2-2 count here. 2 outs, no runners on at the bottom of the 6th. Sellout crowd here's gotta be electric for a baseball game. Fouled off again, threw one right over the center of the plate there. It looked like a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. I don't know anything about this guy. To me, it seems like pitchers that throw that sidearm stuff, it's like slider fastball is what they got. Two count still. Outside, excellent framing job. Doesn't get the call, though. That'll bring the count full. All right, full count. Walks him, throws him up and in, and walks him. The 2-out rally will continue. Looks like the rain's picking up a little. So it'll be 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th with a runner on first. Tech still up 5-3. ACC has been good in the tournament so far, but Miami is getting smoked by Florida right now, 6-1. Bottom of the 1st. We're going to make another mound visit. Oklahoma going to make another mound visit. This pitcher just faced the single batter. I don't know if this is righty-lefty matchup. They're going to make another pitching change, though. He only threw 7 pitches. All right, then. All right, then. Braves are winning. Acuna getting hot, too. How long? The Braves are set up, man. How long is Acuna's contract? When does his contract end? Like 2030 or something? We signed him to a big, like, long-term deal, didn't we? You know how I know I'm a degenerate nicotine user is I just put in 18 milligrams of nicotine and don't really feel it. I mean, that's bad. I should be embarrassed, but I'm not. I'm actually kind of proud. That lets me know I'm in the right place with you guys because I know you're also degenerate sports fans. You know, I don't have a ton of vices. Just give me this. I don't drink. I don't buy hookers. I don't gamble. But I do take 18 milligrams of Velo. I do that. Like a boss, by the way. Like a boss. All right, how long does it take to get a pitcher warmed up? I accidentally took 8, thought it was 2, and nearly sweated through my shirt. I have been in that spot. You get sweaty and you'll feel a little bit, a lot nauseous. It kind of feels like if you've just eaten too much sugar and then you crash off that. and you're like, I need to eat something immediately, it ain't great. Acuna contract ends in 27 and 28. We have options for 27 and 28. Okay. I'm a nympho. Yeah. It's so odd seeing people condemn Sorsby for gambling before turning around and reading a gambling ad. Yeah, I mean, he came out and he's like, oh, well, I have a gambling problem, so you can't hold me accountable. Well, you can have a drinking problem. That doesn't mean you can be a pilot and fly a jet and just say, hey, I got a drinking problem, though. No, it doesn't work that way. All right. That pitch fouled off to bring the count 1-1. Again, we're 2 outs, runner on first. Tech still up 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th here. Let's see if we can keep this 2-out rally going. That one right down the pipe for strike 2, so that'll bring the count 1-2. Jason Bowden here, okay. 5-1 win-loss record, 4.88 ERA. There's a ground ball chopper to second, and they'll turn it to first for the 3rd out. So Teckle, we didn't quite get the 3 that was predicted. We did get 2 runs out of the 6th. That'll bring us to the top of the 7th. That'll bring us to the top of the 7th, boys. He should have blamed Ohtani's translator. And by the way, guys, it's not like he was making $25 bets. I mean, I think I read he made like $90,000 worth of bets when he was at Cincinnati, or not Cincinnati, Indiana, which included betting on his own team. Yep, ton of pressure on OU here from 8-bit baseball. Just 9 outs to go. We just need 9 outs, boys. We just need 9 outs. I have lost weight. I've lost about 25 pounds now. I'm a little stressed. Got some stressful things going on. And stress is not necessarily good for your health, but it's great for weight loss. So if you want to lose some weight, like and you're married, just be an asshole to your wife and get divorced, and then you can trim down and then upgrade and then rub that in her face. So that would be my, if you want to lose weight, that you want my opinion, that's how I would do it. That's what I would do. Because you know how people will say, like, I hate to say I told you so. I love to say I told you so. That's like my favorite thing to say is I told you so. Love it. Nothing better. He bet this year, too, after he got to Texas Tech, yeah. Or have your wife be in charge of what you eat. I would never let no lady be in charge of what I'm eating. Would never happen. You'll starve, but you'll also lose weight. Is that what you do? All right, here we are. We got it's night. We got the Atlanta city skyline lit up in the background there. Is there a better venue to be playing a regional game than right here in downtown Atlanta? I don't think so. We're bringing Caden Gaudette in for his 25th appearance, 3.82 ERA, 6-1 win-loss record, 29 strikeouts on 9 walks. We just need the 9 outs. Just need the 9 outs. Yeah, pink taco's good for you too. I've been doing that too. Yeah, I've been hitting it from all sides. Literally. Top of the 7th here. First pitch strike. That low strike's been working all night. This kid sucks. Why is Underwood not coming in? Well, we got to trust Ramses. All right. That pitch outside to bring the count 1-1. Kentucky won 11-9 over West Virginia today in the Morgantown Regional. Ooh, breaking ball there up and in for the second ball. Bring us 2-1. We just need outs, boys. We just need outs. That's all we need. There's a ground ball, and it's going to be an error. Both the third baseman and second or shortstop or whatever the hell, both missed that ball, and they'll get a leadoff hit. So they'll get a leadoff hit on error. Zuck a little late to start moving over to that thing. All right. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Think Lackey can throw this guy out at second? Let's see. First pitch strike. So no outs in the top of the seventh here. Oklahoma up to bat. Just the runner on first for now. Jason Walk has a single, 2 walks, and a run there. Okay. There's another grounder, double play ball, but we'll just get him at first, and that was a little too close to for comfort there. I don't think we didn't get the lead runner. We will get the guy out at first, though. Let's take another look at this. He thought about trying to tag and then just goes to first with it. Does get him, but boy, was that close. I'll take an out. I'll take an out. All right, 1 out, runner on second, top of the seventh here. Tech up 5-3. First pitch strike. Okay, first pitch strike. How about we pop them up here? How about we pop them up here and hold that runner on second? Big swing and a miss for strike 2. All right, just a strike away from getting to 2 outs here. See what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Strike 3. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll get us to 2 outs. Again, we got 2 outs. Runner on second, top of the seventh. Can we get out of the top of this seventh without giving up any runs? That was a hell of a pitch, too. That was a hell of a pitch. It'll take 80% of our runs coming after 3 outs tonight. I think you meant 2, but that is hilarious. You're going to win a lot of games for runs you score after 3 outs. I know that. All right, that pitch in the dirt. Lackey able to scoop it up, though. Holds that runner at second, so it's going to be 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on second, 2 outs. That ball fouled off to bring the count 1-1. Rain still coming down in Atlanta here. Makes you wonder about what kind of pitching we're going to get. That ball gets a little wet. Here we go on the 1-1 count. Checks his swing. Did he go? Yes, they say he did. That's going to be strike 2. Tries to check his swing, but he did go around for the second strike. Yeah, he definitely went around. Yeah, he definitely went around there. All right, let's see if we can get him to wave and swing through another one. Nope, that ball's outside for the second ball. That'll be 2-2 count. You think Georgia Tech will win the regional tournament? I don't know. I don't know. Do I live in Atlanta? I do. I live in Kennesaw. So I live in Metro Atlanta. There's a ground ball to third. Throws to first, and that'll be the third out. He held on to that, trying to get a good throw there to first. First baseman had to stretch out to get it, but he did get it for the third out. That'll take us to the bottom of the seventh. Six more outs, boys. 6 more outs. That's all we need. 6 more outs. All right, give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Come on. All right. All right, we got Drew Burress coming up to the plate. I live in Athens, too damn many UGA fans out here. Well, I would think so. Come on, Burress. That ball's low for ball 1 here. Yeah, Jim shorts with a collared shirt. Yeah, hell yeah, I don't care. There's ball 2 inside. Boy, they are terrified to pitch to Drew Burress. Georgia baseball is trying to do something very hard to do, which is sweep everything in baseball. They win in the SEC regular season and tournament. Good for them. There's a ground ball to third, but it's fielded cleanly, and he throws it over the first baseman's head. So Burress will reach first on an error. And he throws it right over his head. You got to wonder if the rain had something to do with that. Hits a chopper over there to the third base, does a good job fielding it, gathers himself, and just throws it right over the first baseman's head. Yeah, and we'll take that for sure, especially with no outs, Lackey coming up. So we got a runner on first in the bottom of the 7th. Tech up 5-3. Shows bunt, pulls it back, though. They say that's a ball? They call that a ball? Okay. Joel Brinier just subscribed. Appreciate it, buddy. That ball just a tad outside there. Yep. So that'll bring it to a 2-0 count. Again, we got Burress on first here with no outs in the bottom of the 7th. Rain coming down pretty good. Tux with a Speedo is pretty nice. I approve. Another ball that's way outside. I don't know if this pitcher's rattled or the rain's getting to him or what, but there's a 3-0 count here. I would think you're taking this pitch, especially with as wild as he's kind of pitching at the moment. Oh, how about we get a walk here with 2 runners on for Lackey? Throw back to first. He's in there, though. Damn, that was a pretty good pickoff move there. Pretty good pickoff move. 3-0 count here, bottom of the 7th, no outs, runner on first. And he will walk him, throws a ball on the outside of the plate there. And we'll have runners on first and second for Big Dick Lackey coming up. Let's go. Come on. Runners on first and second, no outs. Bottom of the 7th, Tech up 5-3 with Lackey at the plate. He's already gone long once, hasn't he? Already gone long once. Hit a ball 470 feet. Now, two home runs tonight? Oh, man, he about threw that to the backstop. The pitcher is able to get it, or the catcher is, and he's going to make a trip to the mound now. Longest home run in playoff history. How about that? How about that? Yeah, I mean, 470 feet's a moonshot. It's an absolute moonshot. So it's going to be a 1-0 count, no outs, runners on first and second. Chicks dig the long ball. They do. Chicks like it long. It's just a fact of life. Looks like the rain's coming down heavier now, too. Maybe one day I'll do a 24-hour stream. In fact, that might be coming up soon for all I know. All right, 1-0 count. Here comes the pitch. Ball low and outside there for ball 2. Is he going to walk the bases loaded? Is he going to walk the bases loaded here? 2-0 count for Lackey with no outs, runners on first and second is a dangerous place for Oklahoma to be. Ball 3. Ball 3. Lackey in a 3-0 count now, no outs, runners on first and second. The crowd is on their feet. The crowd has come to life here in Atlanta. They're on their feet for Lackey with a 3-0 count. He'll take that pitch for strike 1. Now he's in the hitter's count. 3-1 count, no out, runners on first and second. Rain piling on. And he walks him. He will walk the bases loaded, which might not be the worst thing pitching to Lackey, but bases loaded, no outs in the bottom of the 7th when Tech has a 2-run lead is not the position you want to be in if you're Oklahoma. And who comes up after him? That Parker kid that's already gone long twice? Is that who comes up after Lackey? No, it's Zuck. Zuck's 1 for 3 tonight with a single. Zuckerman 1 for 3 tonight with a single. And they're going to make a mound visit. They're going to make another mound visit here. Someone with a Texas hat in the crowd. So I guess they'll make another pitching change here. Yes, they will. Boy, it looked like it's raining pretty hard in some shots and not so much in others. I mean, I can't tell exactly how bad the rain is. A grand slam would hit like crack. Oh, my God. You trying to get me hard right now? Live on stream. Hey, look, Zuck can hit now. Oklahoma in a bad way. We've cut the commercial break for the pitch and change, but they've got bases loaded with no outs. I mean, all we got to do is hit one into, hit one deep into the outfield for a sac fly there. Mr. Scott, how are you, sir? Love to see it. You love to see it. Grand Slam would hit like Kelly on a buffet. Damn. Little League home run in the rain, says SEC referee glaucoma awareness. Oh, me. Let's get out of this thing. Let's get out of this regional here. Let's hit this Grand Slam and pretty much shut the door on this thing. I don't even think I can read that comment, but that is hilarious. All right, we're back at it. Yeah, it's raining pretty hard in Atlanta now. Raining pretty hard. Umps are talking. I see them pointing at the sky. Are we going to be in a rain delay? In fact, I don't know how this works. If you've played up to the 7th inning, how does that work? Is that Ryan Alpert? That looks like our AD there walking out too. They delay and then resume. Have to play a full game. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, are we going to continue playing? This is actually screws Tech a little bit because you've got all the momentum now, bases loaded. If you have to suspend play here, you're going to lose that momentum when you resume. Yeah, there's no run rules, I think, once you get into the regionals. Yeah, I want to get some at-bats in here. First of all, the rain helps Tech. They've got the momentum. Yeah, Oklahoma, their coach is wanting to suspend play for sure. From what I can tell, they're going to keep playing, though. Now they're talking to the pitcher. I guess they're going to take a look at the mound. Looks like the ump saying, no, the mound's okay. Stop being a pussy. But it is coming down out there. That's for sure. You just need to throw the pitch, buddy. It's time to go. Here we go. Bases loaded, no outs. First pitch, high. If we can just get them to walk in a run before they suspend play, I'll be happy. Ryan Zuckerman's 1 for 3 tonight with just the single. Next pitch is low to bring the count 2-0. Every game has to be played to competition. Oh, and the catcher about threw it over the pitcher's head. I do think this advantages Oklahoma more than Tech. It also allows more rest of the guys that pitched this morning. Yeah, Oklahoma desperately wanting play stop now. So what happens if you suspend play in the middle of an at-bat? Do you carry the count to when you resume play? Does it work like that? So like if they suspended it now, would it be the same situation, 2-0 count when you resume? Okay, count does carry. All right, they are going to throw in at least another pitch here. That pitch actually looked good. He doesn't get it. That's a 3-0 count now. Okay, everything resumes the same. Also makes sense to me. 3-0 count. Is he going to walk in a run? There's no way he's swinging at whatever he's going to throw here. There's no way. All right, throws one right down the middle to bring the count 3-1. Bases loaded again. No outs in the bottom of the seventh. Tech up 5-3, and it is raining cats and dogs in Atlanta. Does he swing here 3-1? He does, and he swings right through it. That'll bring the count full. It's a full count, bases loaded, no outs in the bottom of the seventh. Boy, he put everything he could into that swing and swung right through it. And he walks him. He will walk in a run, throws a fastball inside there, and that'll walk in a run. All the Oklahoma coaching staff shaking their heads. I don't know if they wanted that call or they think it's bullshit that they're playing in this rain. So that'll extend the lead to 3 for Tech. That'll bring it 6-3 here. Bases still loaded in the bottom of the seventh with no outs after walking in that run. The crowd on their feet again. Another ball low and outside here. Will they walk in another run? Does Tech even have to get the bat off their shoulders here? Hmm. 1-0 count. Another ball low. It's passed. Runners will hold, though. Runners will hold. That ball got away from the catcher. But the runners will hold. That'll bring the count 2 balls and no strikes. Acuna with his second home run tonight, 4 in 3 games. Wow. Acuna's him, guys. Acuna is just him. All right, base is still loaded. 2-0 count, no outs. He'll throw that one low and outside, too. Another 3-0 count with the bases loaded, no outs for Oklahoma. Again, I would think no way you're swinging here with this rain and this pitcher struggling to throw strikes. He'll get a low strike at the knees there to bring the count 3-1. Oklahoma has someone else warming up in the bullpen now. Three-one pitch hit. That ball gets down in left field. That's going to score at least 2 runs. That'll score 2 runs. And the rally continues. How about that? That'll bring us 8-3. 8-3 lead now for Tech. Still no outs with runners on first and second. We're going to get another pitch and change. We're going to get another pitch and change. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, look, there's some situations that just separate the men from the boys, and this was one of them. Yep, low and inside pitch there, a strike in the low and inside part of the zone, and he just sat on it and hit it where he pitched it. Finished the inning score, more runs, and then let's delay and let the rain stop for us. Yeah, I'm with that. This is payback for 94. Who is Tech's starting pitcher tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat knows. So we're going to get another pitch and change here. Is this going to be the third pitcher this inning? Oklahoma can't get out of the bottom of the seventh to save their lives right now. They desperately need to. All right, Blakely pitching tomorrow. Yep, we got Blakely pitching tomorrow. Ooh, man. All right, let's keep it on. Let's pile some more runs on. Tucci in Italy. Who the hell would want to watch Stanley Tucci gallivant around Italy with his big bald head? Who greenlit that show? Oh, they're showing a pretty big argument between head coach for Oklahoma and the umpire. It's pretty heated. And he better be careful. That umpire looks like he could stand toe-to-toe with anybody. He's pretty ripped looking. All right, again, bottom of the seventh with runners on first and second. We had a run walked in with bases loaded and then a single that scored 2 runs, I think, right? So we're warming up a new pitcher for Oklahoma. This umpire that just got chewed out looks pretty pissed. Pretty pissed. The wheels are coming off in Atlanta for Oklahoma right now. Oh, I'm just looking at what they've got on here. Yeah, I mean, are they on first and third? It shows first and second. I can't see because they're zoomed in on the picture if that's an error. Pitcher's doing a little prayer here at the mound for Oklahoma. Braves win. All right, let's see if we can get another win for Atlanta here. Shows runners at first and second, bottom of the seventh here, and still no outs. Tech up now 8-3 over Oklahoma. We'll get a first pitch strike. Watching it on ESPN Plus. Next pitch will be fouled off for strike 2. Oklahoma desperately needs an out. All right, now Ole Miss just went ahead of Nebraska 2-1, says 8-Bit Baseball. All right, 2-strike count here. Rung him up looking for the first out. First out in the bottom of the seventh here for Oklahoma. We'll still have runners on first and second. Yep, that was a good looking pitch. That was a good looking pitch there. Looks like the rain is lightened a little bit. But we got Parker Brosius. He's already hit 2 home runs tonight. He's hit 11 home runs in his last 12 games. He'll take a first pitch strike here, though. Citadel has a bullpen worse than the 73 Expos. How about that? All right, 0-1 count here for Mr. Brosius. And he'll take the second pitch for a ball. So we'll have a 1-1 count, take up 8-3, 1 out, runners on first and second. Well, I said it looked like the rain had lightened up a little. It doesn't look like it now. And he'll take that for ball 2. Looked like a slider there trying to catch the back part of the plate. But he'll miss. That'll bring the count 2-1 for Brosius, who's on fire lately. Can we add some more runs here? 2-1 count. It'll be in there for a strike. That'll bring us 2-2. Two count, 1 out, runners on first and second. Pitch in. He'll check his swing to bring the count full. So that's Be a full count after the check swing. Again, the 1 out and runners on first and second. Rain looks like they're in a monsoon right now. All right, let's see the full count pitch here. And he'll walk them to load the bases again. That ball in the dirt. So we'll load the bases again with now 1 out instead of the no outs we had earlier. And you can just see the frustration here for these Oklahoma players. Looks like we're going to suspend play, though, after that. Yep, they're going to roll out the mats here. We're going to suspend play. And you know what? I think that's probably the best scenario for Tech there. I'll take that. I think that's the best scenario. You were able to take advantage of the bases being loaded with no outs. You were able to pile some runs on, and then you load the bases to come back, I assume, tomorrow. What's the weather supposed to be like for tomorrow, though? I mean, it's supposed to rain every single day. Let's go look. Yep, they're currently rolling out the tarps. I mean, we're supposed to have scattered thunderstorms tomorrow. Let's see if we can get an hourly forecast. Supposed to have showers from 7 to 8 tomorrow, and then a few showers at 11. So I don't know if they start playing at noon. I mean, it's not supposed to be a ton of rain tomorrow from what I can see. I take that back. There's about an 80% chance of rain all day tomorrow. This game will have to finish tonight. Is that how they do it? So we're in a weather delay. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to get off here. If the game resumes tonight, I'm guessing that's what Johnsey's saying is going to happen. We'll come back. We'll come right back on. Okay, the game has to finish tonight. Oh, because they've got games tomorrow. You're right. There's no way they can't finish it tonight. They've already got games scheduled tomorrow. So, all right, let me get off. As soon as this game resumes, I'll come right back on. Is that a deal? I think that's a deal. All right. You got, again, appreciate all the super chats tonight. Appreciate you guys being in here. I think we had like almost 130 people in here at some point. As soon as the game resumes, we'll get right back on. And we'll do the deal.